Good morning, everybody. We're going to do something a little different today. Today we are going to build one of our best lures. We are going to be building a Fluttershad. I think I got one sitting around here somewhere. Anyway, you don't need to see that one. You're going to see the one we're going to build. We are going to build one of my favorite colors. I do prefer a peanut butter and jelly. Now, I already have the jig heads pre-made. It would take me forever to make those on camera. And I got the skirt pre-tied, and I have the blade with everything already on it. You're just going to see me fiddle fart and put these together real quick, and you're also going to see me make the soft plastics. Now, everything I'm using here today is scrap material for myself, for my personal use. I don't use the best products that I throw out there. I take what is left over to save the company some money, and that way I don't have to actually pay for anything. And it works out that way. But I have never actually fished with a PB&J, chatterbait, or bladed jig, or Fluttershad, whatever you want to call it. And we call ours the Fluttershad. A lot of people call them bladed jigs, a lot of people call them chatterbaits. Ours is the Fluttershad. But I've never thrown a PB&J in that. Now, I do throw a lot of swim baits in PB&J, so I already know it's going to work pretty well. It's a matter of how well. So what we're going to do here today, I've got stuff rolling now. I'm just using some scrap white plastic that I've had sitting around, and it's up to the right temp that it needs to be at. You'll have to forgive the shakiness of the camera. I broke my tripod yesterday, so we're going to make do with what we got. Now let me see if I can't find my peanut butter plastisol. Color it. Give it the old good 2-1-2 shake. Put a little bit of PB&J in there. Probably way more than needed. Starting to change to like a honey mustard color. That's getting kind of peanut buttery, a little orangish. I just touch more, thicken it up a little bit. We are also going to add some very small purple flake. There we go. It looks kind of like an orange peanut butter. It'll probably thicken too as it solidifies. But like I said, we're just burning up some scrap material here today, making a cool little video. I'm going to set this camera down, but I know it's going to go crooked, so I'm just going to hold it. It's got the little GoPro mount on the bottom. We'll let it sit flat right now. Okay, we got the purple. She's going in. That is way too much purple. Hey, maybe these fish like it flashy. Alright, some small purple flake. Now I'm going to strap you to my chest, then we're going to shoot these. Okay, here comes the part where we start to assemble the Fluttershad. It's pretty simple. Take my wire pliers here. I'm just going to attach the blade to the jig head. If I can grab a hold of the darn thing. Spread that open, put the lips inside there, and just keep twisting it on. And there we go. The blade is on. Now, I had all this stuff ready to rock and roll for the video, so you didn't get to see every single little step, but you got to see enough. Get our skirt nice and even. Like that. Alright, skirt is on there. I'm going to do a quick brush out on it just to make sure it's exactly how I want it before I trim it. It's about right. It don't even need trimmed. I'm not even going to trim it. Now I'm going to swing over here and I'm going to grab swim baits. Grab one of the nicer ones. I'm having a lot of issues from that Do It mold here lately. I might have to get a better swim bait mold. I don't want to, but I might have to. I just bought a bunch of those too. Alright, here's your swim bait. We're going to throw it. Wait, that wasn't the one I wanted. Here's the swim bait I want. I'm going to throw that bad boy on there. It is still pretty warm inside, so that plastisol that is still not completely set up inside it is actually going to form to the hook itself and hold on there a lot stronger. Now, I know that this video was edited and you see the cuts in the video clip, however, it's maybe been 18 to 20 seconds since I pulled those out of the mold with you guys on camera, so that the plastic inside that is still pretty warm. But here's our finished final product. I'm going to lay it down here on the table and show it off to you real quick. This is what we're left with. Got the double holes for the bubble trail action. We got the big old meaty hook sticking out. We got the peanut butter and jelly skirt. We got the peanut butter trailer. I think it's time to throw it on the new rod and reel and give her a big old dangly twirl. See if we can't pull out one of these Florida slabs. Stay tuned, guys. We are up to temp. The injector is clear. No gloves needed today because I'm half stupid. Here goes the swim bait trailers. Oh, didn't get that last one. Chop off those screws real quick. Getting awfully fumy. Alright. Having all sorts of trouble with my GoPro mount and stuff today. But it is cooling and solidifying in there. They all should have turned out except for that one. I may not show you all of them, but we will see what they look like in a minute. Alright, they're going to be pretty warm still, but we're going to give it a good old look. Okay. Well, this one didn't completely fill out, but this one looks alright. It's a peanut butter in color. You can see the purple flake in it. See if I can get you a better light ratio. So you can see a little bit better in there. But it's the right color. I could have used a little bit bigger a flake, but I was just working with what I had left over. I'm having issues with these new swim bait molds. They keep giving me fits, but we're going to see if we can't catch fish on one of these lures we made with you all today. And I'm going to go ahead and open up another mold, see how these look. There we go, that's a good one. That's going to be the one we use. There we go. That one didn't shoot at all, but I ran out of plastic on that one. You know what? Heck with it. We're just going to open them all real quick. Yeah. There's a good one. Good one. That one's got a dimple in it. That one's no good. Alright. Alright guys. I got the Fluttershad made up. It is a new day. Unfortunately, the day I made the jig, we had a cold snap come through and temperatures dropped way down lower than what I would like. I would have had to have put socks on under my Crocs. I'm not saying we wouldn't have caught anything, I'm just saying I didn't want to go out in it. But today is the second warm day after that cold snap, and sometimes you'll notice when you have up and down increases in water temperature, fish will get a lot more lethargic than they should be. And that's one of the beautiful things about a Fluttershad, a bladed jig, or a chatterbait, is that it generates a heck of a reaction bite. With that big flashy silver blade on it, with the bubble holes in our Fluttershad, it'll definitely generate one heck of a reaction bite. And plus, right behind the reaction style of the action of the bait, you have just the realistic colorization of creatures in the water and the action of like a swim jig, for example, that gives you that realistic bite as well. It's a great color combination and jig action combination for early in the year whenever the fish are really lethargic because the temperature is messing with their normal feeding activities. Now, you can also use this in the middle of summer because it gives you the action of a bladed jig, but I'm saying my favorite time to throw this is early spring, late fall, when you can't really get a bite on much of anything else, just because this really seems to generate a heck of a bite, especially when you can bump it through structure. Now, there's not a whole lot of structure here in this little public park that I'm in right now, but it was the first pond to the closest to the shop, so I'm gonna give it a try today, and then if I don't get a bite here in the first 5 to 10 minutes, we're gonna move on to the next pond and see if we can't pull something out. But stay tuned, guys. Thank you. There's one. Yeah. There we go. There's a fish. Right there on the PB&J chatterbait, fellas. Let's go ahead and get this camera off me here. Nice little 1-pounder, but hey, it's first fish for a good little pond hopping. Smacked right there on the PB&J we made with you guys. Stay tuned for the next one.